What's happening, brother?
What's happening, brother? What's happening? What's happening? And y'all have to excuse me
Cool.
tonight. I know I look like I'm on a fucking Atari screen, but y'all just ignore that. Technical difficulties. I know y'all listen to my Intel Premium 5 graphics card anomalations, but tonight we ain't there.
We starting off like this. This is how we start. Man, look, what's up, people? We back for Narrative Tuesdays. We back for another edition of what we do over here, man. The Narrative Project Podcast. I'm your boy Mike. That's J the Icon. You know, y'all got excuse his energy right now, but he'll get up later. You know what I'm saying? But we back for another edition of the Narrative Project Podcast. And tonight we're going to talk about looking the part / delusion. Looking the part / delusion. Which simply means, you know what I'm saying, any situation you in, when you first meet somebody, you want to look the part. And you also, man, delusion, y'all gonna see what delusion about, but just looking the part, man, and I don't even want to wait. I just wanna, can we get started and queue up what we need to queue up so we can talk about this looking the part thing, man. Get your energy up.
Would you take me on our first date?
You. If you dress like that, we going to the crib first, and then we can do whatever after that. If it depending on how that go. I know you didn't want me to get up there and lie to you.
No, of course not. I don't like liars. But question: why would you be taking me to your house?
Shit, what you want to hotel or something?
No.
B&B?
No.
Shit, like that too.
Wait, oh my God, am I like selling to you? I mean, I just feel like, you know, I look good, body look good, but it shouldn't. You make money. It shouldn't. Yeah, I make money.
You look real good.
Right. Where would you?
Go ahead. Go ahead, guys.
Like selling sex to you or something? Is your whole ass cheeks not out? Is you not on Beyonce's internet with a fucking Beyonce onesie on? With the
whole ass? With the whole back out.
And both of them fucking Congo drums? What what's wrong with people, son?
And you know the funny thing about it? He said, we gonna do what we do, and then we could do whatever after. He ain't say I was gonna uck you and duck you. He said, we gonna do what we do, and we can go wherever. So he still was being respectful, and she felt the way. Talking about, do I not look good? Like, she had the whole ass up.
She could have been dressed. She could have had a damn sundress on, and her response would have been different. She could have had on some jeans and a graphic tee, and her response would have
been different.
You know what I'm saying? She could have had on a real nice outfit from Walmart, and her response
would have been different.
You came in that bitch looking like you just got off at She-She's and you ain't had time to put all your clothes on all the way.
Oh.
What's happening, Tizzy? Like, I'm trying to understand. Like, you talk about, am I selling sex? Yes! On the highest level.
On the highest level.
Like, you put your ass on eBay or something.
And that's why we say, cooler. That's why we say looking the part. And like, nobody ain't said you had to be ultra dressed a certain way, but you had your whole ass up. Your whole ass up. Even if you had that to the top on and you had the jeans button up, you know what I'm saying? And you dressed it up, okay, cool. But your whole ass is out and you want to wonder why the first thing you think about is sex. I don't understand, like, where the mind goes. I really don't get it. One more time. Can we please see that one more time? Please. because I don't get it. I really don't understand what she thought. I don't know why she thought a different outcome was gonna happen.
Look at that.
First date.
You walk around in the line.
If you dress like that, we going to the crib first, and then we can do whatever after that. If it depending on how that go. I know you ain't want me to get up here and lie to you.
No, of course not. I don't like liars. But question: why would you be taking me to your house?
Shit, what's wrong with your hotel or something?
No.
B&B?
No.
Shit, car like that too.
Wait, oh my God, am I like selling to you? I mean, I just feel like, I look good, body look good, but it shouldn't. You make money. It shouldn't. Yeah, I make money.
You look real good.
Right.
She said, body look good. You highlighted your body and wonder why he didn't want it. Like, some of this should be bring me to a loss of words, because I'm like, what's the thought process? What's the thought process behind it? And how could anybody, I'm not saying that they are, but I'm sure there's some people that would defend it. I don't know if you would like to get a cartoon logo or design logo for your business or cartoon for yourself or your pet.
Scammers.
I don't know, man. But
they're everywhere, man. They everywhere.
But again, she highlighted her body and wonder why she got the outcome that she got. I don't understand. Like, when I saw it, I'm like, what did you like? I would really like to talk to her. Like, what was the thought process behind it? Like, what was your thought process when you decided to put that on and you want somebody to basically, because if you look at those shows, they have one person that's standing there and then they come up and then they decide whether, right, Reggie. Like, they decide whether they're going to, keep them or, move them on to the next round or whatever. It's like a contest or whatever. But, like, again, she still didn't take into consideration the fact of, he said, man, we're going to do what we do. We can go wherever after. Now, whether he was lying, I don't know. But at the end of the day,
I don't know whether or not he was lying.
I don't know. Depending on what you did, she might be a keeper. But, but, bro, like, why would you think any different? Why would you think he's going to look at you any different? That's no different from, like, when they got the girls up there. If a dude came up there and he had the damn sweatpants on and they saw what they wanted to see, where their mind going to go?
Where?
They act like, where their mind going to go? Like, I don't understand why it's so different. Why all these rules changes? I don't get it, bro. I don't understand how they can, in real time, look at that and say, well, this is appropriate. And I would want to see, like, who is basically, like, on her side with that. I mean, somebody's in the background like, yeah, we make money. What that got to do with what just happened?
That's the delusion of it. That's the delusion of it. And that's also, like, going on the same lines with Delusional, I actually have a video I would like y'all to partake in right quick.
Man outside don't care if you got on Steve Madden's or Yves Saint Laurent. He don't. That shit that y'all be competing with on your own. A nigga gonna fuck you if you got a Michael Kors bag or if you got a Birkin. A nigga's gonna fuck you if you in a Honda or if you're in a Bentley. Those are not things being put forth by men as requirements. That's y'all competing with each other.
I don't think you're being honest.
But I agree. But I definitely do agree with
Rico, you said before, I see it all the time and I hear it all the time. Men are attracted to a woman that's.
Can I tell you something?
But you're talking about somebody who I've lived a life where I got to experience a lot of wealthy
See,
things.
this is a thing.
So I can tell the difference. Yeah.
Look, niggas are fuck that.
Yeah.
Why them girls not white?
Follow me now if you won't get on. Like, think about it. This man told you from what men think and how men feel, and the first about what you assume and what you know what I'm saying. He's giving you the facts, and instead you want to live in the delusion and say, I don't think you're being honest. How much honest you need to be? So I have never in the history of histories heard of a man in Walmart turning a corner and be like, son, hey, son, look at that Birkin, son. Ooh, I got to get her, son. She got the Birkin, son. Did that girl in your video have a Birkin on? Was she dressed in Gucci, Prada, Fendi, whatever?
To be real honest, I wouldn't know. All I saw was them beach balls coming out them back of them jeans, and
all he saw was the barbecue party meatballs, and that was a wrap. Like
coming out them jeans, and it was, yeah.
Stop sitting up there trying to force us to go along with your delusions of grandeur. We don't live in that world, baby.
At all. We don't live
in that world. Like that got to go. That got to go.
But I don't understand it. Like when men are speaking about other men and how men think and how men act, why don't you believe them?
That's I would very much like to.
What? Why don't you believe them when they tell you like this is how men think, or men don't care about this, and men don't care about that? And I think a lot of times it's based off, well, we want you to care about it, so you should care about it. I just, and they say, well, you know, y'all say things about us, but I'm gonna tell you, from a lot of these conversations, at least from us, it's based off what we've actually seen, people we've talked to, actual stories of people, you know what I'm saying, that people go through in real life. That's what I based all my stuff off.
Right.
Like, yes, it's cool to look at numbers and statistics and things like that, which is dope. But like, I like to get a feel for what people actually go through in real life, and kind of base, like, because if we talk about the majority, I find more for me.
I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
I'm glad you said that, because all those people that come with, we come with the statistics over here and all this and all that there. Them same people can't name me 5 people they know with any of those, in any of them instances. Like, let's say they read off of statistics about AIDS. They can't name me 5 people they know with it.
Right. And so, like, you know, just how this whole thing started, this whole, you know, years before we started this podcast, man, this was conversation we was having with people. You as a barber being in the shop, having these real life conversations with people, and what they were telling you, and, you know, conversations like, you know, Jay, you've been having them conversations forever with people, long years ago, before this even podcast was even a thing, myself included. Just sitting down having conversations with people, what they go through in their relationship. And that's where this stuff that we talk about is based off. It's based off that, not about just, oh, I read this stat. Like you said, you can't name me nobody in these categories. And I don't think people necessarily appreciate it as much, because you just telling them what they not, or you not this. Well, you not that either. But if I tell you the story about what actually happened in relationships, a number of relationships I know, or even experiences that I've had, I think we can get somewhere a lot faster. But that's just me. No shock to none of those people who do it that way. But I like reality more than just spewing numbers. That's just me. But nah, man, like, looking apart is real important. And I'm not talking about like this superficial thing. Like Jay said, she could have had on a graphic tee, jeans, and would have been presentable. She could have had a nice little, you know, jacket on, whatever, like whatever. It ain't about the brand. It's about how you presented yourself. Nobody said you didn't look nice, but you presented yourself with your body first, because that's what you talked about. She didn't say, "Oh man, I'm pretty. I think you should look at me in a different light." No. She said, "My body looks nice." You highlighted your body, and when he came at you about your body, you felt away. It's just, it don't make sense to me at all whatsoever. I definitely don't get it, but
I don't damn get it either. If you advertise what you advertise, somebody about to buy it. Shit.
mm-hmm.
If you sitting up here advertising, yeah. If you advertising them cheeks, you think that fucking boy worried about getting to know you right now? That boy hot and ready like a Little Caesar's pizza.
And ready to go. And he told us, "Man, you look real good."
He trying to go to Papalations.
Whoa. Something just come out. As a woman, I honestly disagree with his perspective.
Who said what, when, how, what?
It's right there. It's right there.
It's right where? I don't see shenanigans.
Look, it's highlighted.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna need you to. Yeah, look at all that.
She said don't. My fault. She said I honestly don't disagree with his perspective. Okay. My bad. My bad. You right. I thought I was tripping.
Say, bro. Come on, man. Look. One thing I could do is keep it real, keep it gutter.
All right, the feed.
One thing I can do is keep it real, keep it gutter. Sorry. When you walk in a store or when you go anywhere and you see a chick, whatever she's selling, you buy it. You approach her based on what she's selling.
It's a way to still be sexy without speaking 304. Very true.
You know what I'm saying? You go out. Let's say you go out to the club, right? They got a chick in there, nice. She modern in the dress. She might have a little hanging out, but that's it. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. Versus the girl who with everything out. Like if they got chicks that go to the club dressed just like her, or with the little nakedness see-through shit they be having on. Boy, you think they've been sitting up there thinking about, boy, I can't wait to put a ring on her finger. No, they think about, man, I can't wait to bend you up like a pretzel. And that's what you wanted. You wanted the attention, but you didn't want them to actively pursue the attention that you was craving, or in your mind, oh yeah, they gonna be on you.
You wanted
how you? Of course they gonna be on you tonight. You're naked.
No, she wanted to be respected in a way that she wasn't dressed. That's the delusion. You wanted the respect of a person that was dressed.
That is asinine.
But
you got it? Yeah. That's
so let me show you.
That like you gotta make it make sense on every level of sense you gotta make.
I don't get it.
Same thing as I think. Yeah, man. All right, y'all. There you go.
What?
Shit, I'm just playing with y'all.
Whoa. What was you about to do, sir?
Let me tell y'all something. I have been in many a situation where I have watch the delusion carry out. Well, I have seen before they go out, I seen where the delusion started. Son, you ever sat there and watched your girlfriends and them get like they getting ready to go out? They getting ready to go out, right? Your girl, she respect you, so she dresses a certain way. She make herself look nice and feminine and all that good stuff. But she covered to But then her friends come walk through the door, and you looking like, what the fuck y'all go? Why you got to look like that to go? Like you in some shit you can't even walk in, you can't move.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? And so when you get up, you want all the dudes to be like, yeah. But your delusion is, I want all the dudes' attention on me more than anybody else, but I want this certain type of dude to want me. The dude I want to want me, he gonna be there. He a baller, he got money, whatever the case may be, right? And yeah, he gonna look at you, but the only thing he gonna want is the same thing everybody else in here wants.
But also, her thing was she was in front of an audience. I can guarantee you that conversation would have been different if it was just him and her.
You think so? How so?
Yeah. The conversation, the same thing he talked about, they would have went along. That conversation would have been further. It wouldn't have been why you approaching me like this. Based on what you just said, she was seeking that attention and she got it, but she was in front of an audience and she realized it didn't feel good. You know, everything based off feelings. Didn't feel good to be looked at that way in front of the audience. Yeah, it's in there.
Mate.
He seriously looked disgusted by his response, like she couldn't believe he said it. Exactly.
Well, you know what, sir?
Yeah, it's in there. It's in the group.
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. I want these ladies to get up in here, and I ain't saying you're not coming here to defend yourself because this is shit you just can't defend. You coming in here to explain. So what I mean by explain is we know you're fucking delusional. I want you to explain why you want to stay delusional.
Okay. Look at that.
Look at that.
Every curve is showed. It's presentable. Nothing's actually showing. And man.
Now, let me take this out. Let me explain the difference. First chick, the way she was dressed. Oh, brother said, man, we could do whatever afterward, but that depends on how it go when we get to the crib. See her? He's going to actively pursue that female. He's going to want to show out for that female.
Put him up.
Because that's something he can bring home.
I was about to say that.
And won't keep it at home. Look at that. Look at that. Now, if she would have been standing in front of him and she would have asked, where would you take me on the first date? Oh, that boy would have had a story to tell.
The conversation would have been totally different. Just
that boy would have came on there talking about Ruth Chris and
Nixon
walks in the park and Eiffel Towers and shit. He would
picnics.
He would have came with it. He would look at that other girl, the one that was with the dress with the long skirt, and he would have said, "Man, I gotta bring my A game." That boy would have said, "Hey man, if that's what's coming, if that's gonna be there, then I gotta dress different. I can't go in there looking like this." You understand me?
His whole mind frame would have been totally different.
Would have changed. Now, see the other girl. This what y'all got?
And here's the kicker. Watch this. Wait. Watch this. Watch how this go. Right. Watch this. He may get the girl that got the clothes on, and she may have a bad attitude, and it may turn him off. The one who didn't have the clothes on may actually have the better attitude, and it changes everything. That happens as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always talk about being aligned with somebody. So again, he made a call her on a work day, right? The one that was dressed. And it was just that time. Interview, we teach people to dress for the part we want or one step from the parts you want. Exactly.
And that should ring true all in life. But what you talking about with the way the second girl, she looked every part of let me put a ring on your finger, but her attitude could have been trash. But then the one who dressed like she ready to go to Clapalations.
We're gonna call her Bubbles.
Dressed like Bubbles. She could have had the greatest attitude in the world, but she didn't get a chance. Because all he saw was ass. In the open.
Stop. Right. Now, there was aspects of delusion in that video. We actually have another one where delusion was very, very, very prevalent, but it was also done on purpose. You're going to see what I mean.
A man is at home eating cereal all day, playing video games. He has no ambitions to really do anything in the world or in his life. And he's just living at home in his mom's basement. And then there's another guy, and that guy is out there working, getting the bag, and he has discipline. He's not sitting at home in his mom's basement. He has a lot of ambitions, and he's meeting goals. Which guy has higher value in a dating market, would you say? Which guy would have a better, a higher probability of getting a girl? The first guy that's in his mom's basement with no ambition, not doing anything, or the second guy that's assertive, dominant, and out there trying to make the best of his life? Which guy would have more options in a dating market? First guy or the second guy?
We're rooting for the first guy here. We're rooting for the first guy.
I know you will root for the first guy. Everyone, like people root for the Cowboys. Nah, I get it. Look, I get it. Like people root for the Cowboys. Like Cowboys, they always losing, right? But you root for the underdogs. That's not the question. I know we're gonna root for the under. I'm an underdog rooter. I'm not talking about that.
Not
so
that
my
he's
question is this:
necessarily an underdog.
I got to listen, because I need y'all to answer the questions concisely.
Have better moral
got you, Gabby. Listen, right? The question is this: that isn't the question. I know you want to root for the underdog, and actually, I will root for the underdog too, because I want him to do better. But here's the question. Here's the question, right? The question is this. I'm gonna say it again. Guy A, he's broke, a bum, living in his mom's basement with no ambitions, eating cereal, playing video games, masturbating. Guy B, he is not living in his mom's basement. He has his own place. He's assertive, dominant, and he's out there going to make the best living for himself, so he can provide whoever in the future, the woman in his future, a good future and a good life. Now, I'm saying that which guy is the best mating choice? Guy A with nothing, or guy B that has things and has more ambitions to even go beyond that? Which guy is the best mating choice?
A.
Okay, that's a lie. What about you?
Are you gonna tell me that I'm Delulu and don't know how to pick men if I say the one with a good job?
Yeah, so right now, chat, they are this is what you call like they're literally being kids right now. Remember when we say women tend to act like children? This is them acting like children. They know the answer, but she know that I was about to checkmate her based off her faulty logic when she
But they were not lying. And see, he's thinking with logic. So he calling her logic faulty? Nah. They would have chosen guy A. They really would. They choose guy A all the time. Boy, guy B don't get, boy. Is you crazy? Guy A got it. Whenever she want to be bothered, guy A got it. I can come over anytime. I can drop it off anytime. I can do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want. Guy B, I ain't got time for that fucking foolishness. I'm actually trying to make a living. Trying to get shit.
Oh, so you saying guy B has standards and they don't want to live by in the standards?
That sir is correct. I'm glad you know something.
But it's also like at that point that they were just trying to win the debate. They were being disagreeable on purpose. So yeah, I'm not saying you not telling the truth on that, but in their particular situation, they were being disagreeable on purpose just to.
Girl A, I mean the first girl who said I'm gonna pick guy A. She wasn't right.
You gotta see the whole. You gotta see the whole thing. Again,
second girl was like, "Would I be this delusional if I picked guy B?"
No, she said, "Are you going to call me that if I pick the guy B?" So again, she was trying to defend herself because she knew she was gonna look crazy. What they said prior to, but let's just go with that, right? Why would you then pick that type of guy, and then when it don't work out? And he could probably end up getting you pregnant at some point, and you say, ain't no good men out here.
This is correct.
That
is part of the delusion.
You want to not be controlled or have no man with no standards. Fight, be disagreeable in every instance, but
God,
then turn.
Tell them nothing, boy. God, it got to shut up.
That's a fact. No, that's completely understandable. He definitely got to shut up. And he can, pop in and out whenever. Mm-hmm. But I just don't understand. Like, I don't get how the things that people say, like they actually say it like with a straight face. There's no good guys out here and, all this rigmarole. But you're not picking the guy who has a standard that's actually going to lead you somewhere.
Oh boy, don't even start on that. Somebody gonna lead you somewhere. It's like, how do you prove you can lead somebody somewhere if they're not letting you lead them there?
Well,
you gotta have so let's say you gotta have certain shit going on. But the guy that have that going on, you're not picking him. You picking guy A.
Would you say some, not all, with like the guy that doesn't have a backbone but have a bunch of money that they can get that money out of? No. Or that's typically on the line with that.
They will get with that dude that you talking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
Taking for everything you got, and the whole time she got a guy A on the side.
No, that's what I'm saying. If there was a guy A that had a bunch of money but he has no backbone, because those type of guys do exist.
They don't got no guy A. They got that a bum. You can't be a bum and ain't have money.
Okay, look, I'm just going off I see what you're saying. I'm going off the no backbone aspect though.
Yeah,
like there's some guys.
It would be a guy B that's not a
that a guy B that don't have no backbone. Yeah. Okay, so there's a guy B that don't have a backbone, but he got all this money and he's willing to give it up. They want that person, but then they ain't gonna respect him. That's why it gets confusing. Eventually, no matter what, a guy that can be walked over will not be respected
at all. But all right, remember the movie the one with Kevin Hart being the best man to all them different people. The wife, the girl that was getting married, told her friend she just had hooked up with her ex.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And she married an old boy because he the safe bet. He gonna have them locked in for life. She ain't have to worry about nothing. But she do want to go and pop it off with old boy from time to time, so she can get her wild side on. Yeah.
But why though?
Real thing. They do that. They will
why?
Sit up there and play on you. Because them dudes are already under the impression they could never have a woman like this. How lucky are they?
That's why?
They go in, they give up all their money and their resources, this and that. You know what I'm saying? Go do whatever she said, whatever she want, however she want. And their whole existence is to make her happy, but they can't make her happy. Women want the total package. We know this already because of the delusion. You got
describe. Wait, just for the for the sake of conversation, describe the total package. I'm listening.
Yeah, describe the what?
What's the total package?
Oh yeah, total package. Got to be over 6'1". Got to be Hercules. You got to be to kill 4 people, but got good credit. You got to be project, but live in the suburbs. You got to be feared in the streets, respected and shit, but know how to talk to her mama. You gotta have a 401k, but got dope money. And you gotta have 42 inches. They can handle 3, but they want 42. I don't know.
Bro,
You what? You lost? You need to be found?
Man. The more we have these conversations, and the more I try to understand them, they just don't be making sense.
Watch this. Think about the best job you ever had. The money was right. The hours was right. You know what I'm saying? You got to maneuver and do whatever you wanted on this job. Like this job got it going on. There's still shit you hated about that goddamn job.
That's a fact.
But you as a man, logically thinking, it don't get no better than this. This is it. I get 80% of what I fucking need right here. And that other 20, as aggravating as it is, boy, I ain't worried about that. Women the total opposite. They gonna be on the job.
Wait, ambition for who?
Don't talk that shit. Come your ass up here.
She said ambition to stop here. Ambition for who? The man or yourself?
Ambition is tough. Why y'all think that dude A don't got no ambition? That dude on the couch playing video games, the minute you get them taxes, what do he do? Man, let me flip that. Now he got him he got a lump sum. Now he ready to go do some shit now. Win, lose, or draw. Oh, he got
ambition. He ain't ready to do it with them though. He's trying to flip that to go do whatever he want to do because he's trying to get the car. He's trying to go hang with his partners.
You know, give me the keys to the awesome. The man I got me.
Huh?
What?
The man has to have ambition, and you got you. How we talk about all this great relationship stuff, but everything we do is so separate? I ain't about to find out A. So you going with B? Okay, completely understandable. But you do understand though. Dude B has standards, and he may not want to accept certain attitudes, certain mouths, certain energy. You got to be okay with that, and it can't be the right. Okay, because it made me think about something. Because I've heard this argument even on here, and I've heard it in other places.
What you got?
Well, it's got to be, the man has to be the right man, and then I'm going to naturally.
I'm gonna let you cook.
It has to be the right man, and I'm going to naturally submit and all that stuff. Well, in my opinion, that's definitely not true.
See, you based his ambition on wanting what you want. You don't want what the hell y'all want. Because y'all don't know what the hell y'all want. We've proven that many a time.
Understand this. I think ladies sometimes have this backwards, right? So when you say you got the right man, what you mean why? Because he has to lead it. That's what you said. I need a man that's going to lead me. If you want to be the leader, that means when y'all land in the bed and you hear something fall over, you got to get up and go see what it is. You got to go see. And the minute you get up, even if you go beat up the robbers, you're not going to respect nothing about that boy. Things have to have a certain order. No. Yeah, there's certain aspects that you build together, but we're talking about roles. And what I was going to say was, right, if you are a certain way with him inside this relationship, he's going to want to listen to you. That's the part y'all miss all the time. See, the whole leadership and following his lead, when actuality, you kind of got the joystick in your hand. Not that he's a puppet, but at the same time, if y'all have a certain type of relationship, he's going to want to feel a certain, I don't want to say obligation, but it's inside of him to want to do certain things for you. Okay, then. Well, if you don't want to lead, then you got to.
That boy just told a woman to shut up.
No, I didn't. I said this. I didn't say shut up. Words matter, sir. I don't want to. Words matter.
If I walk in the room and do this, that means shut your ass up.
No, that means politely be quiet, please. That don't mean. If I do this,
hey,
look. If I do this, that means shut your ass up. You know, respectfully. It's all an interpretation. But what I'm saying is, again, he's gonna want to.
You can sugarcoat that all you want. Shit. If I shush you, that means shit doing. You need to shut up.
Be quiet, sir. I didn't say shut up. You gotta be quiet. I didn't say he was doing that to her. I just said you have to, you know.
They got
hey man, look.
Shut up.
Listen. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf.
What I'm saying. You all here, and you trying. No, I'm not letting you do it. Because when me and you talk, You said they got to shut up, and that goes for both parties. That's what.
Okay, wait. So let me clarify this. I said always ways where somebody can shut the F up. That goes for both parties. If there's and so let me explain. If there's a scenario where y'all having a conversation about an issue or anything y'all have got going on, and your idea is the better of the two, then I gotta be quiet. I gotta hush. But in the event that I have a better idea, you have to be quiet and you have to allow me to go through whatever process that I need to get to try to make it work. Now, on either way, there's no 100% guarantee that whatever either party says is going to be the right thing. But at the time when we're having this discussion, if we're talking about a situation and my idea sounds better at the time, allow me to see if it's going to work.
Hey, man.
And
I ask you a question.
Shoot.
When you go to seek a job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get a boss.
Mm-hmm.
That boss leads you. You don't know what prior experience this motherfucker got. You don't know nothing. You just know that's your boss.
Okay, so this is what I explained this before. I explain this again. When I talk about things, I talk about inside of a functioning relationship that had been together for a while. Not no new stuff. Because over time, over time, even with your boss on the job, there's certain things that your boss is going to trust you with because you've proven yourself. Certain people, not all. Some of them just want to leave just because. But if you develop a relationship with your boss and there's certain things that he or she trusts you with, they're going to allow you to have that. I know that's my experience. Especially if you say, I can handle this. Especially if you're doing something that's going to take some pressure off them and make them look good.
Man, look, all I know.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to a job from day one,
mm-hmm.
you listen. You don't put no 2 cents.
Okay. So now you have to put that in relationship.
You gonna get to them benefits.
Okay, put that into relationship terms.
Okay, put that in relationship terms. From day one, when you decide you want to be in a relationship with this person,
mm-hmm. Boy, first of all, you know that definitely ain't gonna fly.
And what
that ain't gonna fly.
What I mean by anything that you would say against the leadership of the person you decided to be with, you better take that shit ball up, put it in your back pocket, because you would not do that on a job, no matter if that motherfucker job was gonna take you to the promised land or not.
Hot. Okay. I think, hold up. Put that down. We gotta focus. No, do your thing. But I'm saying the way you advertise. We need, at this point, we really need a voice of reason. And I think.
What's the reason? I'm being reasonable enough.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Think about that. Really, really think about it. Think about how hard a man in 2024 got to fight to get his woman to follow his lead. But she will go out there to someone's job and act a damn accordingly without not a word, not a whisper, not a now, nothing. But then come home and tell you how to do everything that you got going on.
I'm about to tag somebody. I'm about to tag somebody in because I don't. Yo, E, please help me out. Please help me help this young man because I
He act like I'm speaking Quantanese or something. You know what the hell I'm talking about? Because we talk about the trip. He's trying to play like he on.
My first question is, when did I become the voice of reason?
There you planted them sunflowers, sir.
Because I'm just help.
Hey man, y'all sat there and watched the whole 52 seasons of Raising Kanan, and y'all ain't tell Marvin shit when he ate on every episode. Y'all gonna let me do me.
But the voice
of I had to put a question mark next to it because I don't know how I'm the voice of reason. Now, for the audience, just so they know, I want y'all to understand something. First and foremost, I do produce this show. There are certain things that the fellas tell me about ahead of time. I deliberately do not watch any of these videos ahead of time so that I can be truly prepared for them. And I need to go back to this first video for a second.
Okay, please. Tell me what would you, where would you have taken her?
Here's my problem.
Don't you fucking sunflower me either.
Here's my problem. I need to let me start off with this. Let me just pull this up real quick. Okay.
Boy, look at
so
that. Like a fucking gummy bear with a shoestring tie.
I'm gonna be real. Before I even listened to the video, I really did my best to try to see what was going to be said just from the context of the photo.
What you came up with?
I had this conversation here was not it at all. Now,
what you thought?
Now, I thought maybe he was going to try to holler at her, or maybe she was going to slam him, or something like that. The part that gets me, and this is the part that gets me. This is the part that gets me right here.
On our first date.
If you dress like that, we going to the crib first, and then we can do whatever after that. If depending on how that goes.
Right there. That's what got me. I don't know if you fellas saw me in the chat.
I saw it.
It's the side. My baby looked genuinely disgusted. Genuine. And here's the thing. I'm the sunflower. I try to see. I felt. You could see. Look at this close up on her face. You can see. She looks genuinely disgusted. What I don't understand is why. Why were you disgusted? Here's the thing. I'm first to say, look, believe in freedom of speech, freedom of expression. I was in the military. I'm all for that. You honestly can dress how you want to dress. You can do what you want to do. I have no qualms with that. Just know that some things I'm not on board. Some things are public. Some things are private. Some things, if that's how you want to dress, you are totally within that realm. But I can't roll with you some of the places I roll dressed like that. Because, see, I'm looking at it from the perspective of, this is how you initially introduce yourself. And this is how I go back to what I said in even job interviewing. You initially introduce yourself from a perspective, and then you're disgusted that I read the room wrong. But did I read the room wrong? That's what I don't understand. I don't think I read the room wrong at all, because in it, you came looking like that. Like he said, the other point that was pointed out is the pants weren't even buttoned up. They open. They splayed out. Now I've heard too many times fellas get a bad one, the pants hanging off your ass. That's a problem. So again, if a brother would have had on a medium shirt, some baggy pants, goals, was that little mama, So what's that when you gonna holler at me? How quickly would you have clowned him? What if he could he be seen as respect? Because you seem disgusted that I saw you as this. But then
I
if
can
I'd have
show
came
you.
at you like that,
I
you'd
can
have been
show you a
together.
video where the opposite happened, and the dude is pretty well dressed, and they critique the pants. The pants are too baggy, or just any little thing. Not even what you're talking about. I'm talking about just dress. You know, maybe have a little jacket on or whatever, a little button up, and well, it's giving me dad vibes, or it's giving me. But yet and still, you hear somebody in the back going to bat for her.
And here's what I don't understand. I don't care. This is not a popular opinion, I'm sure. And I'm pretty sure Mike is going to cut this and put this in a 30-second soundbite. And I'm totally okay with it. But at the same token, here's where I have the problem at. If you are dressing like that, that is not dressing from a place of security. That is not dressing from a place of confidence. Because I'm not saying, first and foremost, I'm not saying that women can't dress. Like, we got many women who are quite confident in the way they dress, but then they're also confident enough to know that if they get misread, they understand why.
Let me help y'all. This is why it's so unbelievable to you. You see, she come there wanting whatever man that they put in front of her to be romantic and suave and all this stuff. But she come dressed like she ready to do her scene on her OnlyFans.
She dressed like she actually heard somebody coming in through the front door and she had to hurry up and get dressed and she ain't finished. If I can be honest with you, she looked like she's still halfway with dressing. Because here's the thing. Here's a perfect example. Again, let me be the first to say I've got 3 daughters, and I am not trying to objectify nobody here. However, this beautiful specimen of a woman.
Beautiful specimen, he said.
Right here.
Specimen. And remember, she can have the worst attitude in the universe. But
Do you understand what class is exuded just from this photo?
Class.
Take all the audio out. Fella, I'm gonna take the audio out. I'm just gonna talk as we look at this video. And you can see she is still herself. You can't tell me the hips don't lie. Again, look at it in loop. I'm not trying to objectify, but it is night and day. If this woman sighed, I would understand why she sighed. I would absolutely understand why she sighed in disgust. And here's the thing. The shirt is tight. The shirt is painted on her. Very much so. It is painted on her. However, it is still on her. I mean, if she coughs, she's in a world of hurt. Somebody's losing an eye. Someone's losing an eye if she coughs. It's probably me. She was. I'm just saying. How else you say? Watch this. Watch this.
Watch this.
Hey man, all I know is if that was your son's teacher, I'm telling him get detention as much as possible.
I'm gonna let you know I'm at all the parent-teacher conferences. All of them.
Immediately.
Wait, I'm a volunteer. Like,
oh, you gonna volunteer? Oh, you PTA now?
Yes.
You ain't.
First and foremost, let me explain to you why this brother volunteering. He don't want to admit this, but see, like Jay said, bring it in real close. What he ain't going to admit is that brothers who go to school activities, men in general who go to school activities, are rock stars and celebrities. You understand? I have never seen 5-star treatment. I have gone to some fancy restaurants and I get better service at a school because I showed up. I get the fresh plate from the cafeteria. I get 2 milks. I get all of it solely because I showed up.
2 milks is immaculate.
Solely because I showed up. That was it. My boy has a running joke about how he already is winning in the mess of his friends because he actually knows his parents, both of them, and he has nothing really bad to say about both of them. You understand how much of a minority he really feels like now?
Yikes.
Because he can't badmouth his parents with the rest of his peers. This is the first world problems I've given him. Yeah, so we know why Mike is volunteering at the school.
Oh, he did what?
Yeah.
He did what? I'm
on my way. I am on the way. Matter of fact, let's go out and talk about this thoroughly.
Hold the doors. Lord have mercy.
The thing is, like I said, in all seriousness, we joke and clown, but in my true sunflower way, I'm about balancing the equation, fellas. Y'all know me more than anything. I'm about balancing the equation. If a brother would have showed up looking again, so let's say he's a gym head. Let's say the brother goes to the gym. He's a gym rat. And let's say he was proud of the work he put in his body. We've all been there at some point where we wear the shirt that fits us just right because we've earned it. We've put in the work at the gym. But how many of us would have get clowned if we would have worn clothes that highlighted the actual gym work we put in? Maybe it's not a medium shirt or something like that, but just in general, you got the guns out or something like that. You wearing an A-frame.
You talking about coming in that bitch with a tight leather vest on?
Yeah. Or you one of the brothers that wear just the vest, nothing else, just the vest and some pants on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I don't see a problem with it. Hell, Dwayne been doing it for the last couple weeks on WWE.
You know?
But if I do it, I'm getting clown. It's clown. Look, if I go 2 buttons off the shirt, it's a problem. Remember that? Only certain people apparently get clearance to unbutton that second button on a button-up shirt.
Ain't that cool?
And I don't even understand that. Like, you got to have a certain chest size to unbutton that second button.
Look, it's all about the guns, baby. You got to talk about the guns.
Clearly, you got to have the pets or something like that. I
Right. Nah, man.
But that goes back to what we've always talked about is the double standard. Because I have no problem being held accountable if I can hold you equally accountable. I've always been that kind of person. I'm the first person to say I've had many females that have been my bosses. Many women have been my bosses. Most of the success I've ever gotten is because I've had a sister somewhere in the corners having my back. I'm man enough to admit that. Jay knows my history. He know my mama been there since day one. So I've always had influences of Black women in my life in some way. And I'll say a lot of my success comes from them. My biggest problem I've always had in most situations is double standards. That is usually the only real hiccup I got. I let humans be humans. I really don't care. Y'all know me. But don't call me on something I can't call you on. Period. End of story.
And I think
if I got to take that lick, you got to take that lick.
And I think that's always the case. I think it's always the case. And like with so many double standards, people want you to look at it in real time, see the double standard, and not say nothing. Just accept it.
Because they have the default answer of that's different. I never understood that. That's the default go-to answer. If that was on the bingo card, it might as well be in the center. That's different. Because somehow, some way, it always is different, but I never can understand how it's different.
And then there's a line. Well, that's different. Well, what do you mean? Why you want to keep talking about this? Then it goes from that to you always pushing the issue, and dare I say, you always want to do this to a female.
It ain't got nothing to do with that.
You have not given me one answer to show me why. If we have the same cup, what makes your cup better than mine?
A lot of times, what you need to understand, and I can't speak for most, I'm going to speak for me, and I feel like I can speak for these fellas. When I ask questions, I'm genuinely asking them for clarity. I'm asking them for understanding. Now, Do I ask them in the most politically correct way? No, I don't get paid by the word. So I'm really short, sweet, and to the point. I have been accused of talking very matter of fact about a lot of stuff, but that goes back to my default and then the culture. A lot of times, what we don't have is cultural competency. We think the entire world moves the way we move, and it does not. And we don't seem to understand that in most situations. And unfortunately, my ladies don't understand that even more so, where I've had to have that conversations.
You know what else is a great tactic in that conversation when we talking about double standards?
Yeah.
And you're asking questions? Tone. Talking about the tone in which you say something.
Huh.
Absolutely.
Why are you saying it in that tone? Or trying to
because apparently only women's blood sugars can be low. Apparently only women cannot have eaten today. And that's why they're like that. Mind you, I did probably go on a day and a half before I had a real meal because I've been surviving off of Slim Jims and Mountain Dew because I'm trying to work 2 jobs.
Or you never know.
Y'all forgetting something. I want y'all to think about, go back. Well, Mike, you can't do this, but no, you can because you cousins be like brothers and sisters sometimes. So think about the girls, how they was raised in your family, right? And whenever somebody was talking to them or this, that, and the third, they used a certain tone. It had to be nice. They had to be sweet. They didn't want to enact a reaction out of them, and they've been doing that their whole life. So here come you. Don't give a fuck. And you ask them the same way they ask you. Now they are shocked and appalled, thrown off guard, wondering what the hell going on. Why is you talking to me like this? Like you don't talk to me like this every 12 seconds.
Bro, I had a coworker. I was first minding my own business, my own self business when I first got to work. Didn't speak to nobody, just getting the lay of the land. I think I told y'all the story, and she said, well, you ain't saying nothing. Tell me about yourself. And she learned that I can cook, and she said, and I quote, I don't trust no man that can cook for himself. Mm-hmm. Fellas, within 15 minutes, a conversation came up, and she said, and I wouldn't feed him. And then I said, hey, and that right there is why I know how to cook. She told me, shut up.
Like I said.
Sometimes I genuinely wonder if they say stuff solely to get a reaction. It's not about right. It's not about wrong. It's solely about the rise. Because any publicity is good publicity. We've all heard that phrase before. Say that again.
Huh? Bored. I told y'all this. They do shit because they fucking bored. If you was that nigga that gave them all that excitement and did all that cheating and did all this and do all that, they would leave you alone. Because they don't bother him. They don't tell him shit.
Well, I said this. I said they don't care about the dude who don't care simply because he doesn't care. Like that's just he don't care, so there's no rise out of that. He don't.
I can't remember. This had to be about a year ago. I remember y'all showed a video one time where the lady says that she wants to be number one, but doesn't want to be number one. It was something along those lines where she says she wants to be the only thing he thinks about, but she also don't want to be the only thing he thinks about because she wants him to have other stuff going on. And that is kind of it. The reality is that they want to know you're thinking about them, but they also want you to do your thing. The thing is, even if you go back to the videos, there's videos I've seen online. I've been guilty of doom scrolling for about 5-10 minutes and look at these videos about how you should communicate, what you should do to say these things and stuff like this. And one of these videos I saw, I'd have to see if I can find it, where it says things you should do to tell a person how to love you. And it listed off. It was a video clearly catered to a woman trying to express what she needed. there was at least 10 damn things on that list, it felt like, that he had to do. And it looked like some of them had to be done on a daily basis. And I'm just thinking to myself, now that I'm on this side, because I'm going to be honest with you fellas, the old me would have been like, oh yeah.
That had the shit about my nails and my hair.
No. Text me when you're randomly thinking about me and let me know you're thinking about me. I need to know you love me often. Do this and do that. Let me know. Sometimes I'm gonna be upset, but know that I'm upset because I need you to do this and do that. Like at some point, it had to be like anywhere between 5 to 10 different things. And all I could think about now that I'm on this side of it, because the old person would have been like, all right, no, I understand that. The new me is like, and when will I have time to do what I need to do? If all of this is what I have to do on a daily basis.
And more importantly, or just to add to it, when it's time for what I need, you never know what to do. You never understand what to do. And you're also willing to give me something and want me to be all right with it. You want a steak dinner with all the trimmings and you want the garlic shrimps and all this here, and you want to give me some peanut butter, goddamn crackers, and said,
but I fed you.
Something.
I didn't have to do that.
Your existence is to cater to me. Huh? Y'all got up somewhere?
Don't even get me started on that one, because that one there gets on my nerves. You're telling me the sheer fact, and this is the one that irks me. You're telling me the sheer fact that you can produce life gives you full carte blanche to do whatever the hell you want. Last I checked, you can't produce nothing without my help.
There you go. I'm sure about to speak on it. But yeah, your whole existence is to think about it. You gotta come with everything. You gotta go out there and work yourself into the fucking ground, and you better have this, and you better have that, and you gotta do this, and you gotta do that. And if you ask them what they got to do, the only thing I gotta do is be here. Allow you. I have to allow you.
And here's the thing. She's not lying, because I'll be the first person to admit, when you got the right woman who very presence makes you want to step up to another level, yeah, it hits different. I mean, there's whole wars that's been fought behind that. And I understand that completely, but you understand the right type of woman to create that in a man? That's not every woman. We keep sitting here. You right now, if the 80-20 principle, for some strange reason, 80% of the women think they like that. They're not. They're not. There is a handful of women who have that type of power to make kings, actual kingmakers. Not every woman is a kingmaker.
Mike, what you say all the time, brother? What you say all the time, brother?
What's that?
What Earl was talking about?
What you mean? I'm lost.
You got a little saying that you.
I'm just saying, not every woman is a kingmaker. I'm sorry, I refuse to believe that.
Stop walking around here thinking you like what you claim to be. You think you ain't nothing like that. And when I tell you you're not like that, you start breaking holes in the wall.
Yeah,
it's. There's like you tell yourself you're this thing, but you don't show that.
That's feel like thing.
You feel like, yes, you may have the capability of that.
You may desire to be that way, but that ain't how you move it now.
If you don't, like, each one of us, everybody, if we meet up and let's just say we did an experiment where we had to be in a certain location for 2 months. Wherever, like we just went to somewhere and, we had to, let's say we had to go to a work site and we all had to work there and we had to be there for 2 months and we had to live and be around each other. Without having to say it, each one of our personalities will eventually come out what we're actually like on a day-to-day. Not what we're capable of, but like if, let's just say, if Erwin was more business-like, we would see that more often. If Jay was more a good jokester and if I was a live wire, like those things would come out every single day, like to show like we're all but guess what? Each one of us could be capable of being what the other one is, but your true personality, who you are on the daily, what you're like, is who you are and what people are going to judge you by, not what you're capable of.
Absolutely.
Like, so it's like, yes, you want to be able to live and die off the fact of what you could be, but what you show, because there's a difference between like for instance, as tight as me and Jay is, we have a total like if we're talking, our days can't be they're nowhere the same. Even though we're both getting stuff done, they're nowhere the same. And he can hear what I'm doing and what it's two totally different. Because a lot of times we're having conversations through all of it, but none of it's the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, you got to be true to that. Like, and we have certain conversations. We'll be like, yeah, man, I could do this, I could do that, but like, we'll be honest with you, like, but you don't. Or yeah, you do that. Or you know, because it's like because we know how each other's personalities work, and so now we can encourage each other to be hey Mike, you need to do a little bit more of this. All right, cool, Jay. Or you do a little bit more of that, and we can hear it and we can try to apply it. But you're also making that a part of who you are on the daily. That's the trick. Whatever you're lacking, you have to apply that to you every day and make it become you.
But what people need to understand, have you fellas ever heard of Johari's window? Yes, Johari's window is very interesting. There's a graphic on it that talks about it more than anything. A lot of times, this is where we have the disconnection at, where I think some of us understand this, some of us don't. There's who we think we are portraying versus who we are being perceived as. And there are sometimes two radically different people. This is the exact thing where to one person's I'm blunt and direct is another person's you're an asshole. And we need to understand that. One person's, hey, I just don't like to buck the system, or I just stay in my lane, is another person's you tend to dick. I don't know what else to call it. It just depends on how you come across, and people need to understand that. But more importantly, the scariest part of Johari's window is the unknown, the part that's both lost on you and lost on them interpreting, because you don't fully understand what it is. It's those quirks and those muscle memories that are in you because they've been in you since childhood, so they're normal to you, but to another person seeing them, they're like, why do you do that? And you're like, do what? What are you talking about? A good example is RBF. Some people have that face and they really don't understand that face that they got until you show them a mirror and they're like, that's what I look like? Yeah, that's what we see every day.
You know the funny thing about it? I've been accused of that. You look mean. You look unapproachable. I'm like, what are you talking about? So one day, somebody put a camera in my face and said, hey, this is what you look at. I'm like, damn. This is what I'm like, damn. I look mean like that. And I had,
in the mirror. In Johari's window, that's called the blind section. That's the blind section of the thing, where that's things that are known by others, but not known by you. That's the blind section where you don't see it. And that right there, unfortunately, people, is where most of us truly live at if we don't do the work. Most of us are blind to these things. It's one of the reasons why one of my favorite quotes is that we learn more about ourselves through the eyes of other people. You got to remember, if this was a video game, fam, you playing in first person. Right. You can only see so much playing in a first person shooter. You can't see the sticky bomb on your back. Those people see you in third person, which means they see everything. How many times have you made an avatar and you never see that avatar's face ever again? We're like, why did I make all of this if I'm never going to see it?
You know, a part I want to add to that too, about people seeing you a certain way and everybody else sees you this way. And this one person is being delusional about who you are on purpose, just to try to get you do what they want you to do. Because that's a part of it too. It's like, yo, like you're painting this picture of me that I know that it's not me. Nobody else says this is me, but you're the only person that, and I know that you know that the true side of me. But because you want to keep your manipulative thing you got going on with
how the narrative, because if I question that, I have to question my literal reality, Mike. This is what I've had to go through, where it's not so much delusional. And the reason why I don't want to call it delusional fully is because they believe it. So it is genuinely their reality. But the reason why it's their reality is because if they question that, they've got to question so many other things that were built on top of that. And they don't want to do that work. That's the part.
They've also forced themselves to believe that about you. That's the correct.
Yeah. A good example is how when you have somebody that's down bad, it's easier to believe the narrative to justify what they do. Because otherwise they have to make themselves the bad guy, and nobody wants to be the bad guy.
I'm about to go somewhere with this.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are delusional how bad their goddamn kids are actually are.
Let me tell you why. But go back to what I just said. Because if I have to admit that my kids are that bad, who do I have to admit was bad at raising them? You see how it all builds on it? If I say they're bad, then that means I was bad at parenting them. No, sometimes your kids are just bad. It ain't got nothing to do with you parenting them. That's something I even had to learn as a parent. At some point, there's a part of your children that are just on brand. It ain't got a damn thing to do with what you did. They're just going to do things.
That's just their personality. That no matter what you do, I don't care what.
No matter how good my mom was, at some point I was going to buck the system. Every one of us, no matter how well our parents raised us, we were going to buck the system sooner.
And usually, when you're talking about your childhood, when you become an adult, a lot of people will admit that. Like, man, it didn't matter what my mom or my dad did or said or what they tried to keep me from. I was going to go find out whatever it is I want to find.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with that. The thing is, again, like we talked about it, be real, be transparent with yourself. I'd never have a problem with a person being that way, but don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. If you don't want to do it, I've even told this to my kids. If you don't want to do something, just say you don't want to do it. Don't give me 800 damn excuses. Just tell me I don't want to do it. I'm going to respect you a whole hell of a lot more if you just tell me, hey, I ain't feeling that.
Not what y'all talking about. Take them same words and dissect why this girl came in this damn thing with this OnlyFans on.
Bruh. Here's the thing. My baby that we talked about, she got them CFMs, them red pumps. She got some CFMs on. They're beautiful in that skirt and everything. But that's all she got on is just the red pumps to tell you, hey, I got a wild side. Oh, girl, looks like I should be paying about a month to see that. Easily. And I get it. She's proud of her body. I understand that. But you don't know me from Adam. You don't know me from Adam, and this is what you rock.
If you proud of your body, which is completely fine, when somebody talks to you about your body, then you can't feel the way about it.
Don't get in your feelings. It's kind of like it's a good example of like right now, I'm training to be a wrestler. At some point, I fully expect when I squeeze this ass in spandex, I'm going to get borderline objectified. It comes with the territory. I mean, I'm a half-naked man body slamming people in the ring. I expect to be objectified from time. I can't believe you see that, bro. You wearing spandex. What you thought was gonna happen? You didn't think the old women was gonna ogle at you? I mean, let's be real here. What, they checking your technique? No.
Pretty sure.
Let's just be real here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She said, where you gonna take me on a first date? That dude said, well, if you dress like that.
First place, because notice he just said, first place I'm gonna take you is to the crib.
If you dress like that, we go into the crib. Her question to him was, why are you trying to take me to your crib? He told you why.
Because I feel like you left half the clothes there.
Like this. So that's how delusional motherfuckers is. You know what you got on. You know how you got it on. You know everything you putting out there. But your question is going to be, why are you trying to take me to your house?
Yeah.
That's your question. Why are you trying to take me to your house first?
And I hate to say it, but
because of what you got on.
You left nothing to the imagination.
She didn't say, well, what's wrong with what I got on? She didn't question that because she knew what she had on.
Because the question, which goes back to what I said earlier, to question it is to question why she put it on in the first place. And notice she immediately justified it and was like, well, no, the body's right. That was exactly how you justified it when you put it on in the first place. And now I just poked a hole in it and you don't want to accept that hole. You don't want to accept that hole I just poked in it.
You know what I'm curious about? If she put that on and friends or somebody saw her and it was like, where you going? Like, and she was like, oh, I'm going on this show, and it's I guess a dating show or whatever it is, and nobody said nothing. Like, girl, you look good.
I don't know how to tell you, those ain't your friends. Now, here's the thing: it's a catch-22 because again, I'm also of the mindset too. If that ain't my monkey, that ain't my circus. So I really don't care what the hell you got on. You ain't coming home with me, so it ain't my problem. Somebody gonna like it, I'm sure. 8 billion people on this planet. Somebody wants you.
We tend to think like that, but what happens? They come home to us with a story to tell and want us to agree with their level of delusional bullshit. Girl, why would he ask me that? Why would he come at me like that?
Yeah, I agree.
They got a mirror right over there. Go look in that mirror. What do you see?
I agree.
But it's funny how if somebody questions it, right? Like the one person, especially if it's a guy, like, well, what you thought was gonna happen? And that conversation continues, those same people who didn't say nothing gonna go at him or her rather for like, why you doing that? Like, and it's all about feelings. It's about, well, you're gonna make her feel bad. I was watching something actually on another show, actually from the second video, and they had a couple females on there, and one decided to just be unruly. She wasn't cooperative. She was just argumentative. She didn't try to answer. She just wanted to be combative. Mm-hmm. Seemed like that's what she was there for. And one of the girls was like, well, why are you talking to her like that? All of us are answering questions and we're disagreeing with you as well, but why are you only going her? It seems like you have a problem with her. She's the only one acting like that, so I am responding to what she's doing. And then to me, when you do that, it makes the behavior okay, and she's gonna keep walking around like that.
But that's something we've done in society. I mean, a good example is, let's take the parents who know they've got that one kid who can be independent, and then that one kid who they know can't hold $2 to save their soul. What ends up happening is what? The parent ends up doing for that bad child over and over again because they know they can't do for themselves. And the punishment for being an independent kid is that you asked out in most situations. I was that exact situation. My own old man ain't never asked him for help ever. For the first time in my life, I asked him for help. I'm gonna be all right. What the hell? Oh, because I've never been able to come to you, I gotta still figure it out on my own. If anything, that's the one I'm gonna drop everything for because I know he gonna do something with the damn money he asked me to borrow. Versus the kid who done been in 15 damn wrecks, the insurance premiums are out the wazoo, and you done bought 3 cars for the kid.
It's the feeling sorry for the one that's just not like it. It's like you tell yourself that, oh well, I ain't never had to worry about him. That's why. And again, I don't
look here. What we need to stop doing is instead of giving these kids what we didn't have, we need to teach them what we didn't know. There's a difference.
That's definitely my style.
Yeah,
I try to.
That's what we need to do.
And like I also tell my kids too, it's like when I'm telling y'all stuff, this is not necessarily about me thinking I know it all or you don't know nothing. I'm just telling you my experience, and I always tell them like, yo, the game don't change, only the players.
Look,
that's where you make your mistake at. You think somehow, oh well, you don't know because that was back then, bro. The game don't change, only the players.
That's it. I keep telling people, look, I have a moral obligation to present other options to you. The choice to take them is on you, though. It's always on you. If I know, hey, don't go through that door. Last 3 people went through that door, got shot. I'm going through that door anyway. All right. Hey, that's on you. I just told you last 3 people went through that door, got shot. It's all on you now. I can sleep good that night.
But the funny thing about it is, if they get shot, they're going to come back and look at you. Why didn't you stop me?
Hey, you either die the hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I have learned to make peace with being the villain in some people's narrative because they don't want to see themselves as the villain. You don't realize it's been old man you the whole damn time. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
And I'm with that. Again, that's why I'm so big on not giving out. Like I'm big on that. Y'all saw that, man. If y'all want to see an example of me not wanting to letting the outslide, go to last week's episode, please, and you will see it all up and through there. But we always gonna plug what we do. But my whole point is, I'm so big on not giving out because people will take that and run with it all the way for the touchdown and do the dance.
Yeah,
knowing. Like it's crazy to me how people just want to live in that world. Like they want to live in that delusion.
But it's easier to live in that delusion than to do the work. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die to get there.
But is it really?
Yeah, it is. It is really easy not to do the work.
No, I'm saying, is the work really that damn hard?
When compared to what you're doing now, yes. Think about it.
I'm not going to take the route of
what you see in your head. In your head, you see it as less. Your perception is that this, I already know. This is where you get the phrase, I'd rather deal with the devil I know than the devil I don't. It's still a damn devil either way.
That's what I'm saying. You're still going to do work. No matter how you slice that pie, you're still going to put in. Even not doing nothing is going to put you through something.
You know how many times I have to tell people no action is an action in and of itself? I have to tell people that all the time. Well, I'm not going to do anything. That's still an action. Doing nothing is still doing something. Your something is just nothing, but you're still doing something in that. It's like, oh, my favorite, man, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't playing no games. Then guess what? That's the game you're playing, is the no games.
I have, listen, and Jay can attest to this. I'm sure you get the same thing. Like, especially when they see us up on the podcast doing the work, man, everybody call and they want to have discussions about relationships and things like that. And I have certain groups, it's like, oh, wait, did you call to talk about this or you just wanted to vent? Because everything I'm telling you, you combated with something else. So if you had the answer before you called me, respectfully, why you call my phone?
Why you waste my time? Because I can't get that money. I can't get that time back. I can make more money. I can't make more time.
Or clarify that when you call me. Listen, I'm just calling you to vent. I just need somebody to listen.
Bet I can do that. Let me get my headset so I can keep doing some stuff while we're doing this.
Don't pause and ask me no question, though. But what do you think about it?
No.
I'm supposed to be just listening, remember? Come on, man. What you think?
Don't ask me a question you don't want an answer to.
Then I tell you, but you knew what? I just don't understand it. I just don't. I don't get it. And I'm not saying take everything I say as gospel or be no. But you gotta hear a different perspective because obviously what you got is not working.
Which is what I've learned in a lot of conversations, Mike. Now I seek to find origin stories. Like if I see a sign that says "Don't tickle alligators after 3 p.m.," I got questions.
What's the origin story?
I need to know the origin stories of that. How many alligators was tickled that this sign was made? So now what I've learned to do is when a person feels some kind of way that throws me, hey, tell me the origin story of that. Tell me where that came from. Because we're all a collection of our experiences and our trauma and everything like that. So by all means, tell me where that came from. Tell me how you got here that you feel this way. Because I looked online. Many things. Ain't nothing like looking through social media to see the gauge. You understand? I saw posts where women found ways to hate a man while still talking about the eclipse at the same time. That blew my mind. How the hell is the moon blocking the sun a segue into taking a jab about a dude? But I've seen them. I've seen the post online. I don't understand it.
Another thing, this baffles me too. How come y'all want all these good men, but y'all all want to keep calling them homosexual? You want to say, oh, they lie, they still. Why you want one then?
Yeah.
Why you want one? Like, why do you want one? And you can flip it
and some deep. A boss can only tell me so many times that I'm the problem before I chuck my own damn deuces. You are never going to make me the reason why the team is failing. I'm man enough and I stand on who I am enough to where if you keep telling me I'm the reason why the team is failing because I care about the team so much, this is what's best for the team. But real men do that. And I'm real people. Maybe it's not just real men. I can only speak on me because I'm a man. But real men do that. If we are the problem, we will gracefully bow out. Hey, this is too much for me. Let me bow out. I seem to be causing more problems than I'm saving. So let me go ahead on and bow out. Most people don't do that though. This is how you have meetings where we all having a conversation for 30 minutes when you could have had a 5-minute conversation with the one damn person that we here for.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Okay.
Real life, real talk. Can a homeless man tell you how to keep your home?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because that man is coming with knowledge and wisdom. Even what he did wrong is still he's learned from that. Now he didn't roll aces after that mistake, but you absolutely. I 100% believe that. I 100% believe that.
Yeah. You better fucking believe he can.
But see, that also goes back to the way our brains are wired versus them. For us to listen to someone, we just have to get the vibe and know just from the way they're talking that, okay, this man is speaking from experience. This man's speaking from wisdom. If I don't have all of the luxuries and everything, you won't even listen to a word I say if I ain't coming to you.
Well, also, you have to have the inability to judge once you see something. Like because it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to listen to you because obviously look at the position you're in. But like you said, there's all the experience. Like I often seek conversations from various people, young people, old people, like because you want to, like, I want to know. Well, one, I'm gonna tell you, my first intention is I want to know if I'm not crazy in my thinking, because I want to know if there's like-minded people with like-minded experience. Like-minded experiences and things like that we can kind of like say, okay, well, even though I'm this age, I can resonate with you on this level. Yeah. I remember having a conversation with an old gentleman, and we had to be around each other because we worked together for a while. And at first, when he didn't know me, he was just kind of giving me these little phrases. Because I asked him conversations, he's married and things like that. Like, what's this or what's that? And he was just giving me these phrases, and he was kind of also pandering a little. But it wasn't until we got into like the feelings of men and what we go through, and then it was like, you know what? I understand that. And it's like, yeah, give me the real conversation.
But that's how OGs do it. OGs ain't gonna come at you right out the gate. That's what I respect about my OGs. They're gonna throw it out there to see if your ears are even tuned to listen. That's the beauty of what they do in those situations. They say a phrase that if your ears didn't even pick up on it, if it sounded like gibberish to you, then you ain't on his level yet. If he says something that makes you raise an eyebrow, all right, now you ready to hear something.
It's like, yeah, because like I said, I didn't want. I totally rejected the pandering.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it. Nah, man. Like, tell me, like, because I just want to feel like I want to know, like, one, I want to know, like, the way I'm feeling as a man, you know, with family and things like that. Like, does this last? Does it change? What did you do? And a lot of them are like, man, look, you just kind of grow to the point, you just accept it for what it is. That's why a lot of them be like, man, ask my wife. Let me ask my wife. Let me tell my wife. What? Wait, let me talk to my wife. Let me talk to Commander in Chief. You know what I'm saying? So
before we get accused of it, I'll be the first person to also admit no, and they all ain't like that. They all ain't like that, because I will definitely tell you that even in my current trials, I have a partner that she is amazing. Now, granted, she's also a doctor and a therapist, so just talking to her is on a whole nother level, but she can apply the logic to the emotions, which makes our conversations relate in a way because of that, where it's not always just popping off. Like, you can be direct, use your proper XYZ statements to say, hey, yesterday when you did this and then this happened, it made me feel this. There's no arguing. It's okay. I understand that logic. I see why you went like that. So not everybody's like that. But again, you got to do the work. So far, it seems like the only women I've ever seen truly on that level have gone through a near-death or life-altering experience. Until you have to question life as a whole, you just out here playing a game. You don't really understand it. You don't really understand that all the time you have is all the time you have, and that's why you with this bullshit. I genuinely, when I tell you I don't have time for this, I don't have time for this. We're all man enough to admit, I don't know how much sand we got in our glass, but we damn sure got a lot at the bottom than at the top. And that being said, I don't have time to waste it. So you either going to move how I move or keep it pushing. I'm not upset either way. 8 billion people on this planet. Do you? Maybe I'm not for you. So be it. But don't make me the bad guy too, because I choose to live my life my way either. That's my biggest problem. A lot of times we have people that, because we don't agree with them, our way is wrong. No, our way is our way. Your way is your way. There is no right or wrong in this. I tell this to people all the time. Right and wrong is subjective. Even with that sister wearing, I'm not even going to say what she wearing is wrong. What she wearing is what she wearing. It's not for me. See the difference?
I'm not going to even say it's wrong. No, I'm not going to say it's even wrong. Because believe it or not, if y'all didn't know, that style is definitely coming. It's on the way.
Look, the thing is, we grew up. The problem is, we see in the circle, this is the bodysuits back in the day. This is just the newfound version of bodysuits.
Yeah, but back then the bodysuits was covered by the jeans at the top. No, they letting the whole ass off.
They letting it all hang out.
That style is coming. It's on the way for sure. Because I've seen it more than once. What I would say was, again, I don't have a problem with what she's wearing. That's her. That's her body. That's her situation.
That's her choice. Whatever she want to do.
Under the circumstance of where she was and what she had to do, and being that she was so disgusted by being quote unquote judged.
How about this? How about off the circumstances of the question you led with? You didn't lead with a damn question wanting to know me. You didn't lead with a question that made me think anything other than you came out me, and the first question you asked me is where I'm gonna take you out. You didn't ask me what I do for a living. You didn't ask me what I'm about. You ain't asked me, hell, you didn't even ask me my damn name. You just straight asked me where I'm gonna take you out. What am I? Because here's the thing, she could have looked just like this and went to talking some Marvel stuff, and I'd have completely forgot she was wearing all of that. I'd be like, oh, go on. You know, talk some deep.
So you're saying if she appealed to you, you know, something that you were into, with an intellectual conversation about whatever that is, what she had on didn't matter.
Absolutely. It's no different than coming to work in a lime green Maserati. That's all on you what the hell you drive. Long as you show up to work on time, that's all I give a damn about. But you came at me looking a certain way, so I'm going to expect you to play that part all the way.
So this is what I respect about talking to you, because we broke down so many levels and you didn't say because we've heard this multiple times. Oh yeah. No, the minute I don't like something, it's over. Everything's gone. You went a step further. Yeah, okay, I can get past what you had on even in that scenario if you're speaking my language. Whatever that language may be.
Absolutely. You're talking to a brother who is wearing infinity stone earrings in his ear. Who the hell am I? And two colored hair. Who the hell am I to question what anybody is wearing and what they're doing? But if you speaking, if you talking, if you hitting me here, you hitting me here, you hitting me in ways that's beyond just what I see. Yeah, I can look past all that. That's surface level stuff.
Well, she hit him already. She hit him in the genitals.
Yeah.
But
she hit him in the genitals first, and then the very next question was hitting him in the pockets.
She could have been.
She could have been cosplaying for all I know.
She could have asked me who's the master. I don't give a shit. I can't answer that question until Clapulation 316, and I done got your shit out of my system. Now from there,
who's the master? Hopefully me tonight.
It's gonna buy you some more time. I mean, after I clap, I can put the last dragon on and we can get to work. But before that, my mind can't function because ain't no blood in there. You came in this bitch and made everything go south. So guess what? You got to deal with it.
And the thing is, for me, I've been around and met enough people to understand that don't go by the surface. One thing I've learned too many times is that a lot of times that's the surface. I need to get past the surface. I take nothing at face value anymore. Nothing. Nothing. I don't care how banging you up. I do not take it at face value.
Well, I'm going to take red pumps at face value.
Yes. That's
on that note. On that.
Yeah. Roll
Bumps to the bumps. Bumps to the bumps.
Look at the flow. Look at the breeze. Look how it spins. That is a black Miss Elizabeth right there. That is just elegance at its finest.
Bumps to the bumps.
And that's 6 inches. Those are legit 6-inch heels.
Look. First and foremost, she look like she sell furniture. That's what a furniture store look like. So either you in there to buy some furniture, or you in there selling some furniture. And if I walk in the furniture store, you might well just take my credit card from me, lady.
Go on, pick yourself out of bed that you like. Pick yourself out of bed that you like. As me and my son say, take my money. There it is, right there. Here you go. Take it. Here you go. Did you come here looking for something? I thought I did. I thought I did, but now you tell me what I need. Lead me. Lead me into the promised land.
Nigga, that be left there with about $3,000 worth of furniture, and he ain't got nowhere to put it.
I came there. Look, I got a 2-bedroom apartment with 5 bedrooms worth of furniture now. Nope. Respecting.
Oh man.
I mean, them buttons hanging on for dear life. For dear life. You hear me? And I guarantee you, half the people watching this show is praying at that button pop.
That's Miss Parker.
Very much so. Miss Parker. Miss Parker.
That is certain.
Oh,
she is the reason why she's the reason why cougars exist. Right there.
I don't know if she a cougar, a panther, a lion, a tiger, a bear. I don't give a
She be mine.
Oh my. All right, man.
I'm gonna ask her what she want to eat. She ain't gotta ask. Hey, baby, you hungry? You look hungry. You look hungry. Come on, let's go get something to eat. You like coffee? I don't drink coffee.
Before
Me
you
neither.
eat, you got to change that shirt.
Right. Come on, let's go for coffee. I don't drink coffee. Me neither. We still going.
That's
still
crazy.
You're doing it wrong. See me out and walk out. I would have walked out. I would have came back with a whole goddamn picnic basket full of shit and would have went sat at them people's furniture table.
She's your queen
with some candles,
to be.
Champagne, all that. You got to get these work. And you on the clock, so you making money and you getting romanced by the stone. Now the first one. Hey man,
I'm gonna get you a cheeseburger and keep it pushing.
I got 4 nuggets left.
You want these?
What you want to do? I got 4 nuggets.
Oh no.
Here's what I genuinely believe.
No.
If you the right type of person, you ain't gotta ask for a damn thing. I promise you, that woman don't have to ask where you gonna take her out. I promise you, she don't have to ask that question. I've said this many times. Gangsters don't tell you they're gangsters. Killers don't tell you they're killers. And bad ain't gotta tell you they bad. You know it, and they know it too.
That's it. I don't want to go no further. That is a quote. I was about to hit him with that chorus. Oh, bitch, that deep. Oh, bitch, that deep. But yeah, man, we gonna go ahead on and wrap this thing up, man. This was a good conversation. I really, really enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? We go, people must have been sleeping tonight, but we gonna get y'all back and
Next time we'll put that on the page so you can come see.
Lord, they're gonna be like, what they had going on?
Everything.
Miss Parker. But yeah. Man, let's go ahead on and wrap this thing up. This has been the Narrative Project Podcast on Narrative Tuesdays. We're gonna hashtag that Narrative Tuesdays. That's what it is. Narrative Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. with your boy Mike, Jada Icon, and producer extraordinary. You never know when he's gonna pop into this thing and give us some of that great wisdom.
Apparently, the voice of reason up in this piece.
Yes. Because he had me.
Next Tuesday, I'll be back at Radon 8000 instead of Atari 2600. Y'all just don't understand how I feel right now.
We do. We can see it all in his face.
But you came through with it, you know what I'm saying? But again, we still look, man. Believe it or not, y'all, every week we've had something to overcome somehow, some way, and this was no different. At this point, I'm just starting to figure that's just what it is, because a couple weeks ago I couldn't get on for no reason. I was going off on the phone too. But shout out to everybody. It's from just who tuned in or who's gonna go back. Y'all go back and y'all check out the full show on the Narrative Project Podcast YouTube page. Go follow the Narrative Project Podcast Instagram page as well, so y'all get updates when the live and things come on. Be looking out for on my page different clips, different stories. On Jay page, different clips, different stories from what we got going on, and we're going to get some more impromptu just lives, because we don't want to totally abandon that audience, even though we start off on the live and then they go over to the YouTube page. We still got to figure out where y'all at, man, or where our people at, get y'all up there and get y'all back in rotation the way we used to have y'all, man. But,
Absolutely. Because again, this is your narrative. I know we don't like change. I get it.
We definitely don't like change. So yeah, boy, he's gonna do what he gotta do. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up on that note. But again, go follow, like, comment, share, subscribe, and hashtag Narrative Tuesday. So we're gonna go ahead on. We're gonna get up out this thing. That's Jada Icon. Don't show him that old school yet. We ain't ready. We ain't ready yet. But that's Jada Icon.
Merch store as well. The merch store.
Yes, sir.
Man,
yes, sir.
I'm the only one out of pocket. See, all this here.
Right.
Damn 8-bit.
Just saying.
It's all good. You represent it. You've been representing. So y'all see the merch on there. Holler at us if y'all want to get that. But again, Shout out to y'all once again. This has been the Narrative Project Podcast. And we about to get up out this thing. Y'all be cool.
We out.
That boy showed that thing one last.